Hi guys, it's me again. I hope you guys had a great week. Um, I just want to let you guys know that I'm here if you need any support with anything, with Google Classroom, if your child need any support with Google Classroom. Unfortunately, with the Genesis, I cannot assist with that because I don't have the resource for that. But as I mentioned, you can always call the tech person, or you can email at tech@hackensackschool.org and they can always assist you. Just FYI, there's only 4 guys in the entire district, so it may take them some time to respond to you. But always send an email, and if you cannot get the Wi Fi service, what I have been doing with some of the kids, they have been using the hotspot on their phone, and it helped them a lot to get on to class and also to zoom in on their computer. Now, if the computer is not working, please send me an email. Let me know. But however, they can still access the Google Classroom on their phone and try to complete their assignments, just in case. But just keep me updated if you need anything, if you need to talk, if you need any advice, what to do regarding your child. It may not even have to be about their schoolwork, it could be about anything else. I'm here. That's why I'm here. I'm here to support in any way as I can. So let's get started with this slide. I'm just going to keep it brief. I speak very fast, so I'll try to slow down. Now, I picked the topic feelings because for the past few days, I have been receiving a lot of, questions and concerns from students and parents, mostly parents regarding the child are going through some experiencing different type of emotions, different type of feelings, which is emotions, and not understanding how they feel in the sense of is also affecting their learning. So I just want to give you guys some tips and how to support your little ones at home. And if I'm doing this presentation fast, please let me know in an email if you need any extra tips. Okay? I will try my best to slow down. So let's move on to the next slide. So feelings. So it's an expression of an emotion, a state, or physical sensation. So sensation means in the body, right? All over the body. So when we feel our feelings, sometimes it starts from our head. It can start from our finger. It can start from our feet, in our tummy. Like sometimes our little ones may say, "Oh my God, my tummy feels so bubbly," or "My heart is pounding. I feel so warm. Why am I feeling so anxious and fearful?" Before I get on, anxious and fearful, Sometimes it might be a range of different complex feelings, like anxious, fear, and my heart is pounding all at once. Or your little one might say, "I'm so mad." And mad can be impatient. I am impatient. So if you're in the kitchen and you're cooking and your child comes to me like, "Mom, I'm so mad," or you notice the face expression, so what's wrong with you? What's going on? "I'm mad." Okay. Can you explain to me why you're feeling? Use the word feeling. Can you explain to me why you're feeling like mad? Is it something like you're impatient with? Is it something trigger that feelings? Sometimes our little one might be online and they ask a question in Zoom and the teacher didn't hear or didn't respond right away because they want to get to the next topic. It might make them feel mad because they're so impatient to wait. So we just want them to understand those type of feelings. Heart pounding, my heart. I feel my heart is pounding, pounding. That means anxious. They might slightly experiencing a little bit of anxiety or anxious feeling, like they just want to like get over it and just get to know the whole process. And it's normal, mommy and daddy and guardians, grandparents, aunt, whomever you are. It's very normal for a child to experience that. And what I say about feeling words can help your child increase communication. So feeling words can help your child increase communication in the sense of We have a lot of our little ones who don't know how to use their words to express their communication, to express their feelings, to understand their self understanding, their self awareness, how to control those feelings that is merging into them, like moving into them, right? Inside of them, not into them, inside of them. So we want to help them by, asking them, okay, you're mad. Why you feeling mad? What made you mad? What were you doing at that time? Okay, I was online. So you're feeling mad because did you ask a question? Did you did your teacher tell you to wait for an answer for the question? And you can gather that by being impatient. And instead of, shutting them out, I just want you to just take a time out to acknowledge their emotion and their feelings, and to encourage them to use different appropriate words, like plus one words. That's why I put plus one. Means mad, means impatient, means heart pounding. You experience a little bit of anxiety because you feel overwhelmed. Maybe you are having so much that you have to retain. So let's create a calendar. Let's write out what you need to get done first, and etc. Just find different alternatives to speak with them when it comes to those type of emotional feelings. Now, ignore the clients. Don't know why I typed that, I meant to put child. Okay, next slide. So I put feeling words, okay, feelings words, and they're supposed to be close to that, but feeling words for children. So these are different type of feeling words, like angry, sometimes irritated. I'm so irritated by my teacher. She is so irritated. Why is she irritated? Don't let them just sit with the word irritated, because when they're in school, they usually come through my door, Miss B, my science teacher just irritate me. Okay, sit down. Let's talk about why she irritate you. Let's use the word to express the word, to understand the word irritated. Like, why are you irritated? What kind of words, other word you can use besides irritated? And they can say, well, I asked her to help me out on this project, and she told me to go back to the old project and get an example. So they're just irritated. Okay, so you're frustrated, right? You just don't want to deal with going backwards, okay, to get an assistance from your old assignment. So we try to figure out why they're using the word irritated. Or, I am upset. Why are you upset? Let's talk about why you're upset. So sometimes, let's be real, our little ones don't like you to say, okay, tell me why you're upset. Mom, I'm upset. You might even notice on the face, why you look upset? Don't use that. Just say, what's going on? You want to talk about it? Yeah, I'm upset with my math teacher. What happened during my class? Don't refer to the word upset. What happened during my class? Ask a question, they ignore me. Couldn't understand, so I'm just like upset of the whole entire process. Okay, let's figure out what we can do to make you feel a little bit different towards the math class. Different, so we can use a different feeling. Let's figure out what we can do so you can feel different, or we can understand what's going on. Okay, whatever words, whatever communication. Just my main point is, if you want to create, if and we're going to get to that, but if you want to print out a feeling chart, your child can click on it, because sometimes our little ones have different type of feelings at the same time, two feelings at the same time, and it's very hard for them to figure it out. So I usually don't have a chart like this, but I can figure out what kind of feelings they're walking through the door with, and if they use one feelings, I try to make them understand why they picked that feeling. So, noticing expression, cinematic expressions, and experience of feelings, right? And connecting physical experience to awareness of feelings. So, like I put the picture here where everyone is in a little glut in the kitchen, and they're doing work. So you have the little ones, you have the oldest one. So a lot of the time, what I get from my student on my Google Classroom is that the stomach, the sensation in their stomach, it feels overwhelming. They feel nervous because they either have their parent might be sitting there next to them, watching them doing the work, or they might have their little brothers and sisters, and they may not know. what to do or what to say responding to a question that the teacher asks, and they're embarrassed that their sister might hear them. So that all those kind of feelings might be overwhelming, all that emotion might be overwhelming. Okay, a lot of the time your child might come and say, oh my gosh, mommy, my shoulders are so tense, my body's so tense, why is my jaw always locking during math class, you know, my shoulders is achy. And then you can say, your shoulders are achy during class, or it's just achy after class? And they said, no, during class. What kind of, is it a specific subject? Is it math? Is it language arts? If they say most of the time it's math, math, okay. Is it, okay, it's math, okay. Is it because you don't understand a problem that your teacher is going over? Did your teacher ask you a question to solve a problem? And is that when your stomach feel, that's when you start feeling overwhelmed? Or your shoulders are feeling a little bit tense because you're crunching and you're nervous? And if they say yes, okay, so let's talk about what we can do to avoid those feelings or to address. You know what? My apology. Not even to avoid it, maybe to understand it and to work with it. Maybe you can ask the teacher in the chat box to maybe call on you, the second person or the third person, or maybe you can just send in a little chat box telling your teacher that you don't understand the discussion. So before they call on you and you have no answer. So those are the things you can come up with your child. Okay? And then we're saying expression and experience feelings of feelings. It's the same thing. So a lot of the time, our little ones might say, "Ugh, you can never understand what I'm going through because mom, you're not at school. I am home, and home is home, and now home is school, and etc." So model awareness. So I like to model a lot of the time. Excuse me. A lot of the time, when your child walks through my door, I usually never just address their concern. I like to sometimes, depending on the child, I model. So I will use an example of something that I experienced within the same environment. So I would model it. And modeling means like verbally expressing it, okay? Help them to understand their feelings. So a child might say, um, you know, I feel so overwhelmed at the end of the day. I don't know why my head feels so tight each end of the day. And if you are working at home, you can say, I totally understand what you went through, baby. Because, mommy spent all day on the computer, and I sometime at the end of the day, being on the computer doing all the emails and the Zoom with my staff, my head sometimes feels tight. It's because, me being on the computer so constantly. Is that you're experiencing? Is that what you're experiencing at the end of the day or in the middle of the day? And they could be like, yeah, okay. So maybe we can just like during your break, instead of trying to do assignments, let's just relax. You come up with an alternative, maybe at the end of the day, instead of have them do assignment right away, get them a break so they can do whatever they want to do to decompose their brain. Because being at home and using home as school and home and constantly on the computer, I can totally understand. So modeling and trying to connect, it's always good to use a own personal example. You may not even working at home. You can be working outside of home. You can also say, you know what, mommy is feeling the same thing because I'm at work and I'm doing a lot of work. And in the same process, I'm thinking about you at home. So my brain is like all over the place. And at the end of the day, I'm so exhausted. My eyes are hurting, my head is hurting because I'm overwhelming myself with so much thoughts. You know, use a different language. Use little language so they can see that you are understanding their connection. I'm sorry, it's just like little knots in my office. But using your everyday experience by using simple words, baby, I totally get what you're saying. Sometimes when you're on the computer all day, your eyes can hurt. Maybe you experience too much headache. Maybe it's too much thoughts in your head, too much words from all day. So let's just take a break. Let's just relax for 5, 10 minutes, and then we can come back to work to homework. Okay, it's always good to make your child feel like you understand them and you're there, you connect to them. I know that it's easy for me to say, but if you want to have that chat with them, you can be working, you can be cooking, you could talk to them. Sometimes your child may not come up to you and say something, but you can walk up to them and say, "Hey, how was your day? How are you feeling? Like, do you want to talk about math class? Do you want to tell me how was language?" Randomly pick subject, showing them that you care about throughout the day. They may talk about a specific subject that they're feeling overwhelming with, that they're feeling exhausted, or maybe they might not able to tell you that they want to take a break. So those are the things that you can connect with your child. And that's the step that you can take. Now, create a feeling wheel. So this is like a feelings activity. So you guys can come up with your own project. You can create a feeling wheel, means different faces. You can write words. Just sit with your little ones. Just talk about things. It could be at the end of the week, when you're eating dinner, when you're cooking. Just call them into the kitchen. Just like, what? Today I noticed that you had your hands on your head, or today, mommy saw your face. It's like, everything okay? Like, do you want to talk about how you feel? Most of the time, no, I don't want to talk about. I'm fine, mom. Okay, well, you know what? Let me talk about my day, and you talk about your day. Okay, and then when you talk about your day, they might share their day, and they might like, what? Today I was feeling so overwhelmed, and at the same time, I'm feeling happy, and then at the same time, I was so frustrated. Just so much. I just don't want to talk about it, and I don't even know what. And then you might be like, can you pick one feelings? I don't know. I don't even know what I feel right now. So it's always good to create your own chart, your own wheel, your own feelings wheel with your child. It could be words, it could be pictures, whatever you want. You can go back to that chart. You can have it on your fridge. You can have it in your room. You can have it on your wall. And you can say, you know what, today I'm feeling like this. So crappy. And you're just not going to leave it like that. I feel so what, crappy. And the reason why mommy said I'm feeling so crappy is because the weather just would make me feel like, ugh, or it's because I had to do so much things throughout the day. And, but I'm going to try to do better tomorrow so I can feel like happy, like I can feel these feelings. But you base it on your child, knowing your kids and my student, that is your children. I would use as, you know what, today was a good day, but it was a little bit overwhelming. But it was overwhelming because I had a lot of typing to do. You want to be specific with them so they can also be specific with you. So, awareness and stillness. So, this week is all about stillness for them. And awareness is being aware of their around them, their feelings. You just come up and say, you know what? I reached out to Miss Burrows and she was telling me today's stillness. Let's do something together. Let's do something that where we can be still in the moment. Like, do you want to color? Do you want to cook with mom? Do you want to go out and play a little game with mom? You take a break with them. You know, if you see them all day on the computer, say, baby, just take a break. It's your break time. Relax, eat lunch, put your feet up, and be still in the moment. If you want to do yoga with them, you can do it too. You can go to Five and Below, get some yoga mats, and you guys can sit on the floor. You can breathe. You know, don't ask them to close their eyes because they're going to think it's silly. You just say, if you want to join mom in some breathing technique, do you want to join me? Invite them. And if they say no, you still do it so they can see you do it. And eventually they will join you. And so this is the last slide. I thought I added a second, eighth slide, but I didn't. So I just wanted to present this simple slide to you guys so you can get different ways of doing things and addressing different feelings and emotion. And if you guys need anything from me and you need to ask me anything, any tips and concerning this PowerPoint, let me know. And I am available all the time and I'm free. Just let me know. Send me an email. If you like to Zoom with me, Google Meet with me, phone conference, I am available. just shoot me an email. It's oburrows at hackensackschools.org. Okay? Have a great weekend, mommies and daddies and grandparents. Enjoy it with your little ones. Do something fun, do something relaxing, engage with them. Don't let them just engage with themselves. Show them that you're there emotionally, mentally, physically, and everything. Okay, bye guys. Thanks for sitting and listening to me speak.